This time on One Foot Flipper, it's the After Christmas episode. Stay tuned.
It is Christmas.
One Foot Flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the One Foot Flipper. It's Christmas Day. Although when you see this, it'll be past Christmas, but we finished all the Christmas morning stuff, unwrapped the presents, and all of that. But I've got orders to pack, and I've got new stuff that came in. Jimmy the Dolphin Flipper stopped by yesterday, and he dropped off some stuff that he didn't have time to deal with. It's like we got some sort of specialty Tupperware thing. Got a Washington Capitals jersey. Bruins jersey. These don't look like they have any specific players on them. And Philly Flyers jersey. I think that's the team. New in box Oakleys. Am I gonna get some sort of problem if I sell these? New in box Oakleys. New in box Oakleys. Or they may be used in box. I'm not sure. Still got the tags on them though. A mug still in the original box. Lots of little holiday houses. I wish I would have gotten these before Christmas. And it looks like there's a brand new leather diary, leather high quality. So you'll be seeing this stuff jumping out over the next couple of days. But I think today we should talk about some end of year store stuff. What should you be doing at the end of the year? I know one thing I always like to do is I like to try to punt as much income forward to the next year as possible. So I'll stock up on supplies. I'll go into another thing you can do, go into Pirate Ship if you use Pirate Ship. Change that minimum credit card charge to something huge like $1,000, and then ship one item, and you'll end up with like almost $1,000 worth of credit on your Pirate Ship account, and that is an expense for this tax year rather than next tax year. And if you have plenty of free money and you're not doing it, you can also either open an IRA or add money to your existing IRA. The 2023 limit is $6,500 per person for it not to get the regular income tax on it. Now, the IRA contributions will still, when you do your taxes, you'll still pay the FICA and everything on it, but you won't pay the normal income tax on it when you do that. And I did all of those things because I want to punt that income to the future. Oh. Probably a good time to start thinking about end of the year. So why don't you start thinking about some sort of clearance, looking at the things that have been around a really long time, because those of you who pick at garage sales, you've only got a couple of months till those start, and you want space for that stuff, that incoming stuff. You don't want garage sale season to start and you don't have a single spot on your shelf, no room in any tubs, no room for anything. So think about moving some of that old stuff out. You won't be sad to see it go. All right, let's see what's going to be shipping out of here on Christmas Day. I sold a stack of records, multiple orders, about $60 total. Steve Miller Band. Little Feet again. Carole King, Greatest Hits, The Bee Gees, the Allman Brothers, and the Amboy Dukes, who I have absolutely never heard of. Do the Amboy Dukes have any songs that anybody would know? Post it in the comments. I sold 3 bags of bits for miniature building, mostly Warhammer stuff and fantasy stuff. $27 total, 2 different buyers. Sold my last 9 pieces of straight train track, $36, but now that I've got about 100 pieces of curved train track and I haven't sold a single piece of curved train track, and I'm out of straight track. I'm not exactly happy about how that worked out. Sold a piece of vintage sheet music, St. Louis Blues, $5 and some change. Sold this Star Realms mat. What these mats are, it's like a big giant mouse pad people use them to play cards on mostly. $15.93. This one that had Dragon Ball characters on it, somehow only $5 and some change. You'd have thought the Dragon Ball characters would be worth more, but they're not. Sold a snowman ornament, $6.85. Alright, that's all my Christmas Day sales that are going out for now. I'm sure we'll have something else to add to this video later. I don't know if I ever showed this before, but if you've got unsellable records or spare record sleeves, they make perfectly good packing material. Like I packed sheet music in this, just slipped it in, taped up the edge, and off it goes. Kept me from having to buy a box. Had a few last minute sales. Sold this Magic the Gathering Phyrexian Life counter, $12.99. I have quantity on this. I only needed to be about 15 cents cheaper than all the other people selling it, and I started getting 100% of the sales on that item. Got a Pathfinder RPG book, Gods and Magic, sold for $9.40. I've had this for 3 years. It took a while. I guess took a while to sell. So, since it's the end of the year, what you really need to do is start getting your ducks in a row for your taxes, but specifically making sure you didn't forget anything. Think about any particularly long sourcing trips you took and make sure they're in your mileage log. I know there's no way you're going to remember short things that you forgot to write down, which is why you should be writing it down daily, but think about any long ones, go back, check your mileage log, see if they're in there. Like, I knew I went out to this one place where I got the records from. I know I went out there 3 times. Looked through my mileage log, it was only in there once. So I had missed 2 times out there, and it's an 80-mile round trip. That's 160 miles to write off at 65 cents each. That is something there. And look over your Amazon or any similar purchase histories, places you order from a lot, and make sure you didn't forget any business supplies to write down in your expenses, because you want to claim all of that stuff. Just think about everything. Think about every major purchase you did. Make sure that got put down. I know you're not going to remember every little thing to double check, but just double check the big ones, because you could literally save yourself hundreds or thousands on your taxes if you made the simple mistake of forgetting to document a large transaction or a large trip. This overall has been an incredible year for me in any ways, and it's been a hard year too. I started my channel on the 1st of the year, and I somehow, some way caught an audience very quickly, and extremely quickly had several thousand subscribers. I'm at over 6,000 right now, which that's amazing. I'd like to thank all of you. It's been a very good year for business too. It has seemed to me like it has been much worse than previous years, but I spent so little on sourcing this year that when I did my preliminary quick, notepad version of my taxes yesterday, I found out I made just as much this year as I did last year. In fact, the YouTube money will actually push it just a little bit over the top. One thing that has been difficult this year, though, is I've had some real physical challenges this year. I put on some weight, which made my leg not fit right, which made me walk less, which made my leg not fit right even more, and that went into a vicious loop. And needless to say, I gained 30 pounds over the course of this year, and I need a brand new prosthetic leg because mine doesn't fit right. But we're gonna work on getting that started in January, because I wanted to get it all under 1 year's insurance rather than 2 years, so I didn't end up paying max out of pocket 2 years in a row, because part of the leg came in this year and part of it came in next year. All right, I guess this isn't going to be a huge or long video. I guess we're really just I want to just wrap this up with a thank you to everybody who's been watching me. You have really made my life. You've helped me have a purpose again. You've helped me find some success after a period of time when I thought I'd be able to do nothing again. I just want to thank every single one of you. If you know anybody who can't control their emotions, tell them about this channel.